Okay, here we are, early June, and the garden looks vastly different than it did the last time we showed this to you. It's had us running and jumping here, and we've had a whole lot of rain in the last couple of weeks, and we've got more coming. You'll probably hear some thunder in the video, but wanted to give just a quick tour of what's been going on. So in our 6 raised beds, these are all going gangbusters. We've got a whole lot of tomatoes on the vine. And we've already picked, I don't know, probably 30 pounds worth. Tomato plants are getting big. The beans have grown up and we're getting a really good crop of beans. And these are some purple and green. And we've been eating those nightly. We've got more tomato plants down here. And then on this berm, we've done cucumbers mainly. And then we'll show you in another garden the cucumbers. We've already picked, well, in a couple of days we picked 27 pounds of cucumbers. On this end here, these are potatoes. Most of these are a blue potato, and as promised, we did get a lot of this stuff weeded, and still a work in progress. Thanks to cousin Grant for coming out and helping us with this. And then on the other end of the main berm, we've got a lot of bush beans going on. And then in this bed here, sadly, it was a lot of greens, and we had an outbreak of pests and they tore it up, and we decided to go ahead and pull those out and give this bed a rest. We've got more beans and climbers over here, a lot of peppers. You can see some of these peppers that are just about ready to be picked. And our final bed here, oh, looks like we got a few tomatoes that are just about ready. All right, so on to the beds in the front yard. Okay, and here's the beds in the front yard. These 3 small berms up front, we ended up getting reshaped. We got the bulk of the weeds pulled out. We've got some flowering plants and some cactus going on here. Lots of lizard action. And then this is a beautiful flowering bed. We've got sunflowers that are just about ready to pop. Sherry zinnias are just going to town. And we're trying to get some pictures of these before any more rain comes in and just kills them. And then we've got more plants over here, some flowers, and we've got some dill bushes and things. And then up in the beds up here, this beautiful butterfly bush Sherry grew from a little twig, and it is going to town. We've got hummingbirds on that as well. Our herbs are going to town. We've got more. This is a great little mixed bed. It's got some flowers and some tomatoes. We've got beans on both sides that are climbing up. And then we've got more tomatoes over here. All right, let's go down and check out Mom's garden. So this is the outside view of Mom's garden, and this is the success story of the summer. The reason I'm shooting some outside is we have to show you, the last video was right after we had the snow and ice, and she had this huge century plant that we ended up cutting back all the leaves that had died, and we saved it. But he has gone absolutely insane. And we've got a towering, I'd say probably a good 20 feet in the air. We call him Liberace Jr. So this plant is at end of life, and he's going to be sprouting a lot of pups. But until then, he's just looking really pretty and really majestic. All right, let's take a look at the inside. All right, here's the inside view of Mom's garden, and we'd put in the cinder block raised. And this is the success story. It is an insane jungle of food plants in here. This is just a veritable jungle of tomatoes here. We've got cucumber, squash, zucchini. These are all tomato plants here, and you can't even see the beds. They're flowing over so much. And then we've got our vine plants down here. And you can see these have grown up and are going along the fence. And here you can actually see part of the bed. And she has a really good crop of kale this year. Her and Dad have been eating this just about nightly. and a very good crop of strawberries as well. And then we've got our zucchini and squash over here, and I would bet you there's some ready to pick. Have those for dinner later. All right, well, here is Mom's garden. Let's go on down and check out the Pea Patch garden, which we've expanded just a wee bit. Okay, trying to get this in before the storm hits. This is the Pea Patch, but it has been massively expanded. We more than doubled it in size lengthwise, and then we took it all the way back to the fence line. In here we've got the black-eyed peas, but we've also got a lot of cucumber, and we've got rows of corn back there which are doing very well. So we've got, I don't know, a couple hundred ears of corn planted. And then what we're going to do with the corn this year is we're going to smoke them up and then grill them and make corn relish, which is absolutely amazing. So let's go inside and take a look. Alrighty, here's the first row. So on the right here, we've got black-eyed peas, and we've got some fence paneling in there for them, give them something to climb on. We've got a little cantaloupe going here, and we haven't picked any yet, but we've got a few that are on the vine. And you would not believe how many cucumbers we have gotten out of these cucumber plants. We're making pickles just about every other day, and when we make a batch, it's 7 pints. So it is a lot. And then down here, this is the other rows of black-eyed peas. And down the middle, we've got some okra. And then this is all of the corn, and it has been loving this rain. This is the first time we've done more than just a couple of corn plants, and we're ecstatic that they've taken off so much. Okay, and this is Sherry, who pointed out that we have a cucumber ready to pick, so we're going to go ahead and grab him and take him home. All right. I was just down here an hour ago, and I picked 8 cucumbers about that size. So here's a 9th. Okay, and here are the community gardens, and this is another really big success story for us. On this one here on the end, we got some sunflowers going, and we've got one just starting to bloom, and we're already transitioning from cold weather to warm weather. We had some lettuce, but we're replacing that out. We've got some tomatoes in here. We've got kale. We've got more tomatoes. This is where the lettuce was. We've got a bunch of carrots that we'll be picking soon. We had a lot of radishes, and we and the guests have already picked and eaten those. And then right here we've got some potato plants, some more pepper plants, and some more leafy greens. It's been a very good garden, and we'll be looking forward to doing this one each year. All right, and last but not least, this is another community garden that's on the west side of the big house. We've had a lot of storms blowing through, and you can see it's just another jungle of tomatoes. We had 4-foot tall tomato cages, and the tomato plants have dwarfed those, and with the winds, it's pushed some of them over. We've got squash and zucchini in here as well, and we've been pulling, I mean, we've had 3-pound plus squash and zucchini that we've pulled, and then a really good amount of dill, and we've got a few more peppers back here. So this has been a very successful summer garden, and we'll try to keep you guys posted as we find time, and I also like to get you some counts on how much produce we've been able to pull. But it's been a very good garden, and hope y'all are having a good time this summer. And we did find a pretty good sized zucchini in here. Let's let you see it. Suckers are good at hiding. Let's see that. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.